Okay, here's something I've come to learn and observe about nervous system regulation. There seems to be like a top-down approach also in how we approach our nervous system regulation, and that top-down approach obviously has its base and its use. So it can be helpful to intentionally direct the breath and use the breath in a way that it's having a regulating effect. It can be helpful to use sound to calm ourselves. It can be helpful to shake in order to calm ourselves. So it can be helpful to do those different things in order to regulate our system into a more calm, regulated state. However, I've also come to see that this can be kind of, the word that actually comes to mind is neurotic. I have seen people that seem to be in a state of agitation or in a state that they don't want to really be in. They can feel, so sometimes we can feel that we are agitated and that we are dysregulated. And then we want to go and use the tools that we know and regulate ourselves down. So we shake, we maybe scream, we sound, we do a certain type of breathing and hope to regulate ourselves down. But what I honestly observe is that it creates a superficial layer of calmness, while in the deeper layers the system is still agitated. And this, from my understanding, is if we are not deeply actually being or sitting or feeling or shedding light of awareness onto the part that's being agitated. And from my experience, there can be deep, very, very deep and ancient parts inside of us that are in this kind of twisted or double-binded freeze fight response. So it's a very kind of enmeshed energy that's on one hand frozen and on the other hand wants to run. And if we only respond to the flight energy or the fight energy and only work with the agitated energy and try to shake that off and breathe that into calmness and what else did I say? Yeah, and breathe into our heart and sound it into calmness. Then the frozen part, that interestingly also holds a lot of, like, the frozen part can hold so much tension, like so much frozen flight energy actually. And if we don't just sit with this frozen energy and gently, by just giving it the light of our awareness, letting it gently melt in this way, and then through that discovering deeper layers of flight or fight and letting them then discharge, then we're kind of, if we do not do that, then we're just kind of on the surface of things, of our fight-flight pattern. And I hope this is making sense, because I've observed this also, of course, in myself. And through continuously going deeper, I came to see that there are these parts that are like, there's a fight-flight response that's frozen in place, and it first wants to be melted a little, and then there can be some shaking or some sounding, and then there might be another time where we just gently shed this light of awareness, and then another layer can melt or thaw away, and then we give it another shake, and so on. So I hope this makes sense. Curious to hear what you say, and wish you a good day.